Modern Real Estate Practice, page 422, Unit 21 quiz. Number 1. Regarding the Federal Lead-Based Paint Hazard Reduction Act, which statement is true? A. All residential housing built before 1978 must be tested for the presence of lead-based paint before being listed for sale or rent. B. A disclosure statement must be attached to all sales contracts and leases involving residential properties built before 1978. C. A lead hazard pamphlet must be distributed to all prospective buyers, but not to tenants. Or D. Purchasers of housing built before 1978 must be given 5 days to test the property for the presence of lead-based paint. The answer is B. A disclosure statement must be attached to all sales contracts and leases involving residential properties built before 1978. Number 2. The term encapsulation refers to the A. Process of sealing a landfill with 3 to 4 feet of topsoil. B. Way in which insulation is applied to pipes and wiring systems. C. Method of sealing disintegrating asbestos. Or D. Way in which lead-based paint particles become airborne. The answer is C. Method of sealing disintegrating asbestos. Number 3. A real estate professional showed a pre-World War I house to a prospective buyer. The buyer has 2 toddlers and is worried about potential health hazards. Which of the following is true? A. There is a risk that urea formaldehyde foam insulation was used in the original construction. B. The real estate professional can offer to personally inspect for lead and remove any lead risks. C. Because of the age of the house, there is a good likelihood of the presence of lead-based paint. Or D. Removal of lead-based paint and asbestos hazards is covered by standard title insurance policies. The answer is C. Because of the age of the house, there is a good likelihood of the presence of lead-based paint. Number 4. Which of the following is true regarding asbestos? A. Improper removal of asbestos can cause further contamination of a building. B. Asbestos causes health problems only when it is eaten. C. The level of asbestos in a building is affected by weather conditions. Or D. HUD requires that all asbestos-containing materials be removed from all residential buildings. The answer is A. Improper removal of asbestos can cause further contamination of a building. Number 5. All of the following may contribute to the growth of mold except A. Low humidity. B. Presence of EIFS. C. Roof leaks. Or D. Improperly installed gutters. The answer is A. Low humidity. Number 6. Federal underground storage tank UST regulations require that A. Home fuel oil tanks in basements be registered with the EPA. B. Septic tanks be pumped every 5 years. C. Liquid petroleum tanks that store at least 10% of their volume underground be in compliance. Or D. States not develop regulations more stringent than the federal requirements. The answer is C. Liquid petroleum tanks that store at least 10% of their volume underground be in compliance. Number 7. Which of the following describes the process of creating a landfill site? A. Waste is liquefied, treated, and pumped through pipes to tombs under the water table. B. Waste and topsoil are layered in a pit, mounded up, and then covered with dirt and plants. C. Waste is compacted and sealed in a container, then placed in a tomb designed to last several thousand years. Or D. Waste is buried in an underground concrete vault. The answer is B. Waste and topsoil are layered in a pit, mounded up, and then covered with dirt and plants. Page 423. Number 8. With the exception of the innocent landowner, liability under the Superfund is A. Limited to the owner of record. B. Joint and several and retroactive but not strict. C. Voluntary. Or D. Strict, joint, and several, and retroactive. The answer is D. Strict, joint, and several, and retroactive. Number 9. Radon poses the greatest potential health risk to people when it is A. Contained in insulation material used in residential properties during the 1970s. B. Found in high concentrations in unimproved land. C. Trapped and concentrated in inadequately vented areas. Or D. Emitted by malfunctioning or inadequately vented appliances. The answer is C. Trapped and concentrated in inadequately ventilated areas. Number 10. What do urea formaldehyde foam insulation, UFFI, lead-based paint, and asbestos have in common? A. They all pose a risk to humans because they may emit harmful gases. B. They all were banned in 1978. C. All three were used in insulating materials. Or D. They were all used at one time in residential construction. The answer is D. They were all used at one time in residential construction. Number 11. A method of sealing off disintegrating asbestos is called A. Capping, B. Encapsulation, C. Containment, or D. Contamination closure. The answer is B. Encapsulation. Number 12. All of the following are true about lead-based paint except A. It was commonly used in residences before 1978. B. Renovation by a contractor of a residence that has lead-based paint requires education and certification. C. All residential buildings must be tested for lead-based paint. Or D. It is most dangerous when ingested. The answer is C. All residential buildings must be tested for lead-based paint. Number 13. The most common source of harmful lead in older residential properties is A. Asbestos, B. Basements, C. Appliances, or D. Alkali oil-based paint. The answer is D. Alkali oil-based paint. Number 14. Urea formaldehyde is found in residential properties in A. Lead-based paints, B. Insulating foam, C. Home appliances, or D. USTs. The answer is B. Insulating foam. Number 15. In regulations regarding lead-based paints, HUD requires that A. Homeowners test for its presence, B. Paint removal from surfaces before selling. Paint be removed from surfaces before selling. C. Known lead-based paint hazards be disclosed. Or D. Only homeowners deal with its removal. The answer is C. Known lead-based paint hazards be disclosed. Number 16. Radon is A. Only found in the eastern United States. B. Easy to detect because of its odor. C. A known human carcinogen. Or D. Not found in older homes. The answer is C. A known human carcinogen. Number 17. Contamination from underground storage tanks is A. Found only in petroleum stations, B. Addressed by EPA regulations, C. Only caused by tanks currently in use, or D. Easily detected and eliminated. The answer is B. Addressed by EPA regulations. Number 18. All of the following are true about underground water contamination, except A. It is a minor problem in the United States. B. Any contamination of underground water can threaten the supply of pure, clean water from private wells and public water systems. C. Protective state and federal laws concerning water supply have been enacted. Or D, real estate professionals need to be aware of potential contamination sources. The answer is A. It is a minor problem in the United States. Page 424. Number 19. CERCLA regulations. CERCLA regulations for administration of the Superfund, which helps pay for cleanup of uncontrolled hazardous waste sites. A. Exempt from responsibility those sites that contaminate neighboring properties. B. Release from liability those owners of contaminated property who did not actually cause known contamination. C. Make no provision for recovering Superfund expenses incurred in cleanup operations. Or D. Impose strict, joint and several, and retroactive liability on potentially responsible parties. The answer is D. Impose strict, joint and several, and retroactive liability on potentially responsible parties. And lastly, number 20. Asbestos dust can cause A. Lung disease, B. Radiation sickness, C. Skin cancer, or D. AIDS. The answer is A. Lung disease. Page 425. Unit 22. Investing in real estate. Learning objectives. When you have finished reading this unit, you will be able to identify the advantages and disadvantages of investing in real estate. Describe the real estate investment objectives and the inherent financial concepts involved in the investment process. Explain the essential benefits of leverage, including pyramiding in the acquisition of real estate investments. Describe the tax benefits inherent in real property investments. Describe the mechanics of real estate investment syndicates, trusts, and mortgage conduits, and define the following key terms. Accelerated Cost Recovery System, ACRS. Adjusted basis. Appreciation, basis, boot, capital gain, cash flow, cost recovery, depreciation, equity buildup, exchanges, income property, inflation, intrinsic value, leverage, liquidity, pyramiding, real estate investment trust, REIT, real estate mortgage investment conduit, REMIC, REMIC, straight line depreciation, and syndicate.